Wait, let's talk about TV piracy. I have a question for you guys. I read a pretty good article, I think it was from Verge. It's about how everyone is stealing TV. And it basically went through point by point how there's just this mass rise of people finding ways to steal TV in a variety of different ways. But it's gotten really advanced. So now you can see in the back of this truck here, there's the VC box. There's like these knockoff Android TV boxes from China, and people are reselling them in like the parking lot of Best Buys and stuff. And they're like, people are building these either media servers like Plex, or they're buying these boxes, and then they have now basically paid piracy networks that collates all the different sports, TV, like it's become really big. And obviously none of this is like brand new. It's more of that as TV quality has gotten shittier and more expensive, everyone is spreading this through word of mouth. So instead of being like a back alley thing, it's now like mass. Everyone in chat saying they do it. It's massive. And so now it's becoming like this huge parallel industry where everyone's pirating. Yeah, it's like speakeasies for alcohol during Prohibition. And I'll be dead honest with you, not under oath, but I used to pay for all of these services. Apple, Netflix, Prime Video, Hulu, all of them. And then one day I came home and Ari said, no, we're doing this now. And there's something. And now we don't pay for any of them. And now there's just one thing that I click and I can watch all the... So... I mean, clearly something's going on. But my worry is, the reason I'm reading this article, The Verge, now it's a big deal. And now it's seeming like they're going to try to crack down on it. Does anyone in chat have a super box or a VC box? These are the big two they're talking about. Because apparently like there's all these networks of, it's like on Facebook Marketplace and Facebook support groups of like families across America are finding a way to teach each other these boxes. It's not legal to have one of them actually, or then don't say it. It says here the hardware itself is generic and legal, but you won't find these devices in mainstream stores like Walmart and Best Buy because everyone knows the point is accessing illegal streaming services that offer every single channel, show, and movie you can think of. But there's hundreds of resellers. So there's like, the article describes that there are resellers across the country who are like doing Facebook Marketplace meetups and meeting up in parking lots and selling this shit massive. And it all comes from like Chinese device makers. There's a retired former cop in upstate New York selling the VC box at the fall festival at his local church. A Christian conservative from Utah who pitches rogue streaming boxes as a way of defunding the swamp and refunding the kingdom. And then every time, it's a long article, it goes into how they've tried to crack down on these resellers, and some of them are getting like jail time. And I mean, you feel bad for them, honestly, but they're getting locked up. But every single time they do, the demand is so great that someone else just steps in. It's like whack-a-mole. They literally haven't been able to stop it. Jason, for his part, doesn't beat around the bush where he stands in this conflict. I hope this puts DirecTV and Dish out of business, he tells me. People hate them. People hate them. They do feel like the quality's consistently gotten worse and the price consistently goes up. People are getting fed up, dude. It has reached a breaking point on trying to have basic media. And what's crazy is like, not that cable was good at all, but at least back in the days of cable, you'd get all sports with it too. Now the cost of everything combined is absurd. It's well above what cable was. I guess the problem is every time somebody gets one of these, they love it so much, they tell all their friends and family. And so now it's spreading so virally, it's going to reach now I'm worried. Now it's like the crackdown is going to be real. Oh, it also said, a lot of you are in chat saying that you use Amazon Fire Sticks. It's funny because Amazon themselves will never admit it. They fully deny it at all opportunities, but apparently like a huge part of Amazon Fire Stick sales are just for how easy they are to crack and pirate. It's the actual competitive usage of the product is limited, but the reason it has sales is because people know how to crack it. And so it's interesting, man. I don't know where to go. I'm a little worried because I don't want to get this stuff cracked down on. It's like a blessing. What's crazy, dude, I hate to go into it too much, but like some of these services, like for example, the one I allegedly might have, it's not only that it's cheaper, because for me, I'm a price insensitive douchebag streamer. Like, it's not that it's cheaper, it's that it's literally better. It's just 50 times better. It's like easier. It's nice. It's fucking convenient. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's the craziest part. Like, I'm not pirating music anymore because Spotify is very easy. But what's interesting, so that sort of ties into everyone's fed up with streaming services. They fed up with the cost and they're pirating. But also, there is the trial going on for antitrust around Netflix buying Warner Brothers. Now, again, in the video I made on that, I said, I hope the antitrust steps in. I would love for this merger to get blocked from both sides. I don't want Paramount to buy it. I don't want Netflix to buy it. If it has to be one, I want it to be Netflix, because at least they only care about making money and they're not trying to like create some media conglomerate under Larry Ellison to push pro-Trump stuff. However, I'm watching part of this trial today, and it's not like a real antitrust enforcement. It's not like, hey, let's talk about market power. And it's like, Netflix, you're so woke. I got a clip. Wait, let me find that clip. It's like just senators screaming about.
You have engaged in creating not only a monopoly of content potentially, but the wokest content in the history of the world. So forgive me if I'm a little concerned, not only as a parent, but also that somebody believes that we ought to have a wide variety of content options. There are some, but the overwhelming majority of your stuff right now is overwhelmingly woke.
It's like, what the fuck are we talking? This is not a real antitrust trial. It was just this guy screaming at Ted Sarandos for being too woke. And then Ted's like,
it's not reflective of what the American people want to see.
So respectfully, if you ask a Netflix member today, or a consumer today generally, how they view Netflix, I think that a proof point that we might be doing the right thing is they talk about Netflix in the exact same terms as they talk about the country. About 40% conservative, about 40% liberal, and about 20% don't know.
Listen, the idea that Ted Sarandos is part of the woke agenda. Bro just wants to make infinite gobs of money. The idea that he fucking gives a shit is crazy. They want to buy Warner Brothers so they can raise prices and put Harry Potter on there. They don't care. It was an annoying thing to watch, because I think there should have been a real antitrust investigation into this and about, getting them under oath on what they plan to do with raising prices. But none of that was there. It was all about fucking goofy shit. So I didn't like that. And I think on a larger scale, this discussion about streamers and about cable and piracy, even all this is kind of ignoring the elephant in the room, which is YouTube, which is now, I saw that YouTube was originally bought for like $1.8 billion back in the day. Now they make that in profit every 10 days. YouTube is fucking massive. YouTube is bigger than Netflix. It makes more money than Netflix. YouTube's gotten insanely big. And all of this streamer competition thing is like ignoring the fact that all of Hollywood, all of streaming media is a shrinking pie that is getting shoved out primarily by YouTube. YouTube is the 800-pound gorilla in the room. Yeah, TikTok too. I do want to say, one more thing is like, I think we did a video on this a long time ago, but it is played out. I think when I made the video, it was more of like a prediction. I did the thing where I compared it all to Game of Thrones and said YouTube was the dragon, but that was before YouTube had number one in profitability and revenue. Now it is. And what's crazy about it is like, if you were to math it out, I don't have the numbers on me, but you can check them. I promise you. It's like Netflix has to spend like $16 billion. My sixes look like bees. $16 billion, like a quarter on content. So they have to constantly pay. YouTube doesn't. YouTube basically it's like how I work my editors, bro. They just get a percent. I mean, YouTube might be spending more if you count like that percentage of ad revenue that they give, but it's only a percent of profit. So they never can lose any money because it's distributed. I have to just hustle to make content people want to watch, and I'm competing in a marketplace with a zillion other people, and then YouTube doesn't care who wins. They just scrape all of it. And so it's just a way better business. Like, it's a way more unbeatable business. Netflix has to like pick. They have to like greenlight different shows. They have to go, oh, do people want Stranger Things 6 or do they want, Hustle 2 with Adam Sandler? They don't know what we want. They have to decide. They have to make these choices. And it's somebody in Hollywood deciding. And usually it's like half wrong. YouTube just lets the infinite amount of content creators decide. The most views wins. and they just pay out a percentage of ad revenue. It's just a better business, bro, and it's crushing, and it's becoming more and more obvious. And then because YouTube is now on TVs, which has been for a while, but now it's like the biggest percentage of TV viewership. Actually, let me see if I can find this stat. Yeah, look at this. Look at this, dude. YouTube is the largest share of TV viewership. So, and if you look at these, this is for everybody. This is for all ages. But if you look at it for just young people, it's like astronomical. So they use their TV basically as a YouTube watcher. And that means they're growing up as YouTube being their default for where they get TV. And so it's like killing. I mean, Netflix is doing fine, I guess, because they're the giant of streaming. But every other streamer is getting squeezed. Every other streamer they're just not making enough. They're losing money.